Another budget lawns by request for you today, my friends. To some people, they're weeds. To others, they're turf grass. I'm talking about Bermuda and bentgrass. Hey, appreciate you coming back. Just got in a mow. This shirt is disgusting. Appreciate all my subscribers. If you're not subscribed, please consider hitting that subscription button below along with the bell so you know every time I upload a new video. Leave me a thumbs up and a comment, all that good stuff. But let's get into this. Oh, I love these by request. If you ever have anything you want to chat about here on Budget Lawns, leave a comment down below and I'll do my best to hit it. But somebody got me lately with the question, hey, let's talk about bentgrass. And I'm going to be honest, I don't know much about bentgrass. But ironically, my two favorite types of grass are Bermudagrass and bentgrass. So why do I like Bermudagrass and bentgrass but don't really know much about bent? I mean, I know quite a bit about Bermuda. Well, I was fortunate enough to grow up on a golf course. So that's pretty much all we had. I remember back when I was a kid and the greens were Bermuda greens, and they did a renovation on the golf course and they were changing the greens over to a bentgrass. And I remember just being so excited about that. I'd get home from school every day and go get in the cart and ride around the course to see the progress on the golf course, because bentgrass greens were just like perfection. Just so slick, so smooth, rolled so true. We used to always say from some of our favorite golf courses growing up how fast the greens were. It was almost like getting in the back of your bathtub and putting the ball and trying to get it to stop before it hit the drain. But just a phenomenal putting experience on bentgrass if you've never experienced it. Now, bentgrass, a cool season grass. Bermuda, warm season grass. So how does a golf course in the South have warm season Bermuda for fairways and everywhere else, but bentgrass for the greens? Wouldn't it just fry it up? Yeah, but golf courses have endless budgets to take care of bentgrass. But in Arkansas, mainly the top half of the state can have bentgrass greens, where the bottom half of the state has to stay with Bermuda because it's just way, way, way too hot the further south you go. But I always remember Bermuda greens in the wintertime, when it would be about to freeze, they would have to cover them up. But the bentgrass greens, they didn't have to because it was a cool season grass. So let's just talk about some of the basics of bentgrass. Cool season grass, like Bermuda, it loves lots of sunshine. Has to be well drained and ventilated. If you've ever played golf before and you've seen the big chicken house fans or big fans on the greens, you wonder what are those for. That green might be located in an area that's kind of sunk down and doesn't get very good airflow, so they put those fans in there to keep the air moving. So Bermuda bentgrass greens require very good airflow and good drainage and water runoff. Bentgrass greens, here in the South, they can keep them alive during the summertime. You may have heard this term before, but if not, here's something new for you. Late in the afternoons, if you ever play golf and you see the grounds crew coming out and watering the greens in the middle of the afternoon. Well, hey, I've always heard you shouldn't water in the afternoon. You're going to lose water to evaporation. Very true. But to keep that cool season grass thriving down here in the South, they do what's called syringing the greens. And that's just giving them a nice cool off bath in the afternoon, just to make sure they're not getting fried up. Because bentgrass in the heat of the summer, if you're not really caring for it like that, even further north, it can just get crisped up really, really, really fast. So you may be wondering, hey, can I syringe my lawn in the afternoon? Absolutely. There have been times where, you know, I've watered in the morning, but we're just on a long stretch, maybe triple-digit heat for several days or more, and I just want to go out with the hose by hand and give it a nice cool-off bath in the afternoon. Absolutely. If you're running through a real strong, hot, dry stretch that's lasting a long time, feel free to go out and syringe it and just cool it off. Not going to hurt it. You've probably heard people say before, oh, the water droplets get on the grass blades in the afternoon, acts like a magnifying glass, and it will just burn the grass blades. No, that's a myth. Do not listen to that. But what I find funny about the Bermuda and bentgrass pair, I guess you could say, to some folks, it's a weed. You know, if you don't have a Bermuda lawn, a weed is really anything that you don't want to be in your yard. And if you don't have Bermuda and you start seeing Bermuda creep in, especially down here in the south or really even north if you've got some there, that would be an unsightly thing to see because it's really, really hard to get rid of. So for some folks, Bermuda is a weed. Same thing in the north, folks that don't want the bent grass growing in their lawn. It can be a weed for them as well because they just don't want it there. And what makes these two grass types very hard to eradicate or eliminate is they grow by stolons. We've talked about this before. I did the video about St. Augustine and Bermudagrass. If you haven't seen that one yet, I'll leave a link for it in the description down below. But they grow by stolons, which means they spread. And once they get to moving, they're very hard to get under control. But that also makes them very, very, what would you say, attractive, especially for golf courses and greens, because they like to spread out and they can be cut real low and thrive at real low heights. And obviously for a golf course green, it needs to be mowed real low. They repair themselves quickly. If they get damaged, they will fill back in very fast. So that makes them very desirable turf types for golf courses and greens in particular. So I hope that has answered the question that I had requested about talking about bentgrass. If you're looking at bentgrass, just know a couple simple basics on it. Cool season grass needs very good drainage, very good ventilation, and needs ample amounts of water during times of heat, because if not, it will fry up very quickly. Needs a lot of sunshine and loves to be mowed real nice, low and tight, and likes to spread. With that said, back on talking about weeds, I want to give you my secret weapon to weed control in my lawn. Because I hear, we all hear people whining about weeds all the time. Well, you can't see it, but I wear khaki shorts with pockets every time I mow. Some people have probably noticed that before and said, why in the world does he wear khaki shorts? It's got to be uncomfortable. Some people wear jeans. Because I want the pockets. I have nothing against when I'm mowing and I see a weed, stopping, bending down, and picking it up. If you see weeds in your lawn and you're not going to spray them, no point in whining around about it. Do something about it. My secret weapon to weed control is just constantly picking weeds with my own two hands. And that's when I mow, or why I mow with shorts and pockets on. Because that's the best time to be out in the lawn, because you're passing the entire thing. You're seeing the entire thing. And it's hard not to miss a weed. So I'll just reach down and pick those puppies up. Okay, hey, thanks again for the request on the bentgrass. If you have any requests, as I said, leave those down below. I've already got several that are going to be coming out here in the very near future, so keep your eyes peeled on that. And also keep your eyes peeled. I've been kind of hinting at this, but Sand Week is coming up here on Budget Lawns, and I am going to have you a multi-part series, a complete guide to leveling your lawn with sand. You won't want to miss it, folks. It's going to tell you everything you need to know, step-by-step explanations with real results. So stay tuned for that. But until then, that is another round of Budget Lawns. Thank you for joining me. As always, we will see you next time.